Right about now, our guest is about to join us. Yes, our guest is a Delta State-born Ajegunle-bred singer who was one of the Nigerian singers ruling the Nigerian music scene in the later 2000s and earlier part of the 2010 decade. After going through the hard knocks of ghetto life to make a name for himself in the industry, he gave us hits like Slow, Slow. He gave us Go Gaga Going Crazy. And of course, With Your Brazilian. With your pen, with your Lubuti. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Chuddy Ken Agali, but you probably know him as Chuddy K.
I said, don't go, hey. I said, hey. I can't
Zaku went on.
Any dance went on. Okay.
Hello, Chuddy K.
Hi, how you doing?
So good to have you here.
Thank you.
Good to see
Thank
you.
you. Thank
We
you.
like the blonde going on.
And also the color too. I love the neon orange.
Thank
What
you.
color?
Yeah. I think neon for sure. You look really, really nice. I mean, this
you.
one burnt orange. We don't even know, but you
No,
look
this is
really
not
cool.
burnt orange. This is
that-
a very shouty orange.
All that I know it is orange.
Because girls are
It's
colored.
red, sir, it's not orange.
Yeah, because girls are colored.
Now,
You
why
have
if I even bringing another color out?
It's red.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you
I'm
very
curious
much.
about this hair. Like, what made you dye it blonde? I like blonde though. I'm not against it, but I'm just curious.
Hey, I'm just giving them different
And
style.
it
I'm
suits
giving
you,
them.
Sha. It
Thank
suits
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chuddy K, how have
Yeah.
you been?
Fine on working.
Working.
Yeah.
All right. So how is fatherhood? I know that it's been a while, like that you welcome the twins, but how is fatherhood now?
Yeah, it's been an awesome experience. It's not easy. It's not been so, Sometimes they wake up 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and the whole house will be noisy. They sleep, like they cry with 2 different voices. Like, one will cry with tenor, one will cry with alto. And they
can sing, so they are practicing.
Their father will not back up. No, they cry now.
How old are they?
I don't blame you. Wait till your turn. In fact, my triplet I give you.
Hey!
Is that
Take your bag and run.
This one, that's what will happen to him. He will turn red. He will just come to work, everyone will be red.
How old
You
are
hear
the
it.
kids now? How old are the kids now?
They're gonna be 2 in August. I don't forget my twins.
Hi.
See, it's work. It's work. My idea is to just work and bring money and food on the table. Imagine me.
They'll be
They
two.
were born in June, on the 24th of June. Yeah, so they'll be 2 in 24th of
2018?
June. Yeah, 2018, yes.
Okay.
But Chuddy K, you know that it's been a while and you said that you've been working.
Yeah.
And talking about, fatherhood and all that, I saw somewhere where you said that you sacrificed your career for your children.
Journalist, they just try to another thing. Give you. That's not really what I said.
Because I was wondering.
I was like, I took our time, to do the needful. The next thing where I see for newspaper is I sacrifice. I carry calabash. It's crazy. You say something else and these people, your people, all of them are people.
But why did you feel you needed to, take a step back?
Well, it is what the Bible commanded. It is what God commanded. Like, you have to come to the world and multiply. You cannot just be eating the money and be the old joy alone. So you have to raise kids. You have a family, because at the end of the day, when you don't reach 40, you never get picking. You go see your mate picking, they call you uncle. Uncle!
Did you feel that you couldn't, because the whole sacrificing thing, fine, but like
everything
taking a
up.
step back, did you think you couldn't juggle everything and, have them still be on the same, but have them?
Well, it's not as easy as it seems, Well, I've been out of a record label for the past 7 years now. So doing music and family together as a person, as an individual, is not easy. Unless you have somebody that is sponsoring, because when you have the music, everything that is coming from the music goes
Straight to the family.
Yeah.
And you said you were trying to start your own record label at some
Yeah.
point.
I'm still doing my stuff though as well, but it's not gonna be as strong as it used to be when someone was,
Behind.
Yes.
Okay,
as a backup.
talking about record label, you had
Yeah.
your own fair share of artists and record label drama.
Yeah.
And that was back then. And
Yeah.
it's still,
It's still happening.
these days, is it a problem that Nigerian artists don't know or read their contracts before then? What was your own situation?
It's not. It's
It's
not.
a label problem.
It's not. It's not just gonna be the artists. You people talk about.
I cannot
artists
even
as
see
if
your eyes at all because this side is now very blocked because the thing is wide.
It's good now. It's D and G.
Like
It's D and G now. It's original, man.
But
Yeah, but
go on.
say seriously, yeah. Okay, you want me to remove my glasses?
Yes.
Should have asked nicely. I'll remove it.
Can you take off your glasses, please?
I have already.
But yeah, you were saying something
Yeah,
that we
so-
always say artist.
Yeah, like give people all point at the artist when stuff go bad, but you guys don't know the story behind how the artist feels in a record label. There are some record labels that turn the artist to slaves. You know, they maltreat the artist. See, have you seen the reason why artists, like I won't mention them, artists that are very hot and their contract is just 1 year or 2 years and they immediately leave the record label? Do you think it's normal? Because there's no love between the artist and the record label. You know, the record label, see, in Nigeria, the problem we have in Nigeria, we overdo things. You know, if you have an artist, why don't you take him as your brother? Treat him right and he will not leave you.
So if like, I'll be on the record label side right about now because most of the time is you have a contract for 5 years. So issues will happen there and there, and you want to work out of that contract.
The problem with record labels is that they don't know that the artist has gotten to a certain stage. You have to review your contract.
Well, you signed 5.
You
so
signed
you're collecting
listen,
70-30.
Listen, no. You see, I'm very sure on my own part, yeah. I will tell you, my own part. I didn't do record label. The guy was my friend. You know,
so there was no contract.
there was
Like
just an
written
MOU.
contracts.
Yeah, there was just an MOU, a memorandum of understanding. Yeah, the guy was a banker. He came to meet me like, Chuddy, this place where you did is not really popping for you. Just come to the island. Let us start pushing. Let me see if I have this 500K. If it goes well,
I'll continue.
we'll continue. We'll shoot videos, and then when the song starts picking up, we'll get you a car. We'll get you a house. My brother, I stayed the place 3 years, boys' quarter, in the guy's house for 3 years, boys' quarter. You know, and I was like the biggest artist in Nigeria.
At the time.
Yes. His words were like, okay, after the song is out, it was like, if the song no pick, I will drop back out. But if it picks, I'll get you, when you start making money, we'll get a car and we'll get a house for you.
So Chudike, this is a case of no proper, like no structure,
There's no
at
structure,
all.
yes.
And as we speak,
Yes.
there is no structure still.
Still.
Yeah, they're climbing, but it's so slow and there
slow.
is no structure still.
slow.
So the thing about not being formal, I know you, you know me, I'll put money into it if it works, if it does not work and all that, which is not even meant to be because if you understand people, you know that you have children and you know that children learn at different paces. Like,
Yes.
you know, this child
Yes.
might not be as brilliant as
Thank
this child,
you.
but that
You
does
have
not
said
mean
it
that
all.
this child is, not brilliant
said
at
it all.
all. And at the end of the day, because I'm just trying to paint the picture. So if it does not work out, like, okay, it's just like an organization. You get somebody who is really doing well. It does not mean that the other person cannot still do well. But then you now look and you say that this person is not doing well. And you say, sack, immediately.
Yes.
No time.
If the artist is not doing well, if his songs are not popping or whatever, I've seen record labels that just tell the artist to go.
be going.
Yeah, and the contract is still
The
on.
contract is
Can
still
the artist sue the record label? No. But if the artist stands up and
The
like,
artist can actually sue the record label, only that.
there's no structure in this country,
I have a
man.
question. So is this to say that it is only the record label's fault? Are there cases where the artist, they
True,
walked
at
away,
fault.
they got
Well,
distracted,
See,
they got
see, a lot
enticed and
of
walked away?
cases that I've heard that I'm not going to mention their names.
Why not now? Why did you do like this?
You want to give me problem?
With your kids and your family.
No, but seriously, you should know there are some big names that you'll be surprised why they left their record label when they left. And some of them are still doing good, some of them are not. Yes, but you'll be surprised that at that time that they left, their songs were very, 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 very hot. You know, and you'll be like, why did you leave when your song is hot and your record label is still doing you good, but you are not wearing their shoes. You don't know what they are really going through. Do you understand? That's why there's something called review. You know, you go America, you know, you go see say artists stay under their record label for 10, 15 years. Because after a certain time, the artist becomes like like they give the artist a position in the label, you know, to stay. To also groom other artists. That is my vision. That I have that vision, and it's gonna come to pass.
Amen.
This is 2020. I'm working on some young artists. I have a young boy coming up too as well. His record label just placed him. For me
So
to.
Chuddy,
Yeah.
okay, let's go on this break and we'll to return with more chats with our guest, Chuddy.
There's
Stay
so
here
much to talk
with us.
about. All right. We are back with more of the show, and we've been talking to Chuddy.
It's Chuddy.
It's Chuddy.
Yes, sing it off, L.
And of course, it's been such a fun conversation. We're talking about record labels, artists, who is to blame, who isn't to blame. And before we went on that break, you talked about how one record label just puts one artist under you now.
Yes.
And I'm curious because we were saying off camera that it's such a risk when you decide to sign an artist. I mean, this is the first time you're seeing them do their stuff. How do you know that they're going to blow? So I'm curious, what are the things you look out for when you decide that, okay, come, I'll take you under me and, you know,
Push you.
First of all, I look at the artist's character, then his ability to sing anywhere, and the ability to sing when there's no crowd or when there's a crowd, and then I check his appearance matters a lot too, you know. So if my dear, trust me, I don't even have an answer to that.
Okay, so let me help you.
But the truth is, let me finish. Okay. But the truth is, if you hear someone that sings well, and you believe you can make him who you want to make him, you don't have to look at too many things, you know. Because if I tell you, Tenny, if she sorry to mention her name, but Tenny defied the odds. You know, before people they look say, you have to be sexy, you have to have six packs, you have to be. My brother, no rules again for the game. It's just grace, and it's the belief you have for the artist. Yes, and the voice. You must have that voice. It's very.
Okay, so Chuddy, some people have called certain people one-hit wonder, or they did one song.
They called me one-hit wonder after I do Gaga Crazy Brazilian.
You come back.
Slow, and I can still go and come, and I'm still coming again.
Give them.
I'm still coming again.
One hit scare.
So now, when they say somebody is a one-hit wonder, and you look at the person, you see that the person can actually sing, and you look at the whole world, we have like thousands and thousands of artists.
Yes.
So let's talk about fame. Let's talk about being an A-list artist and staying there, sustaining it. What's actually that secret? Maybe stepping back a bit, you've been able to, observe certain things. I don't know. Let's know.
Yeah, one thing that makes an artist an A-list artist is when the artists have a lot of songs that people know, that people can, like, you can actually stay on stage for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and you have like at least 15, 20 songs to perform. I know a lot of, Olamide has 15, 20 songs that I will perform. You will just wait till finish performing. Davido has 20 songs to perform, or at least 15. Timaya has 20 songs to perform.
Easy now. This thing why they do.
Wizkid has 20 songs to perform. You know, so those are the A-listers. You know, me, I don't know if I'm A-lister or B-lister, anyone you put me. You know, but
you did the list.
But I'm coming back. I'm in a list. But I'm coming back.
I'm
coming back, yeah. I'm coming back. I'm saying this live on air. I'm coming back with Annoyance.
So coming back, how do you intend to come back? What are those things you want to use?
And I'm asking, and I agree with this question because we can argue. You talked about being the best Nigerian artist at the time, and someone else watching can be like, Chuddy, the industry was not as crowded back in your time. Now there's so many people.
It was crowded. There was never a time that the industry wasn't crowded. Let me say, when you say the industry was not crowded, even at the time of two Baba, I can mention 10 artists that were popping at this time. Poplay, a lot of artists. A lot of artists that you will mention that are still popping. See, there's never a time that there's no competition in the industry.
So what are the tricks that you want to use to?
Take your place back.
Well, I'm not dragging any place or any sport with anybody. The sky is big enough. A lot of my fans are everywhere around the world. If I drop good music again, that's a must. Your music, my song has to be very, very on point. you know, because I take my time to do good music.
But you did
And-
Ekelebe
and-
the
yeah,
other time.
yeah, in
Do you
South
think it
Africa.
wasn't? So do you think that it didn't pop enough, or it wasn't good music?
Well, it popped to a certain circle. It didn't really like. Yeah, that's one thing that makes a brand. What
Song
is it
itself.
called? No, that's what they call. That's what where your brand is strong.
Okay.
If you bring out song, it did not pop the way the other ones pop. You bring another one out. Yeah, but that money where I spent that time, I spent it out of my pocket.
Yeah, true,
You know,
true.
going to South Africa, shooting the video, promoting. You know, it wasn't easy. And then I just started a family then as well.
True.
Yeah, so
Took
it
a risk.
really, it really affected me. So that's why I stepped back a little bit. Like, okay, let me save money and have clientele. You know, and I think I'm ready for that. Yeah, now.
So,
Chuddy,
2020 or when? When should we expect this?
No, February is here.
February. Chuddy,
Yeah.
what are the other things you do apart from music? Does this music sustain you, like financially?
Financially, it puts food on the table, yes, it does. It does. Funny enough, you'll be shocked if you go on my Instagram, you see that I'm just coming from the inauguration of the governors. Yeah, I've done.
Cash out.
It's not my power, it's the grace of God. You know, there are so many artists that were on my set that are not, they are nowhere to be found.
True.
You get me? Their songs were hot, you know. But I just thank God, there's something about me, I just know that I have this, if I drop one song, and the song is a big song, it's a big song forever. Like slow, they still play. Anybody that I still have Instagram people sending me messages like, this song is still my number one, you know. And a lot of people call me for shows. Can you perform slow for me for my wedding? I performed the wedding 2 weeks ago, and the person specifically told me that slow, yes. That was his wife's best song.
Wow.
You know, so basically, I like doing songs that will stand the test of time. Now they do song 3 months, you don't die. Yeah, because there are too many people in the industry. But I don't care about that. I will do a song that will last. If you hear it in the next 2 years, Gaga Crisis never dies. You go to the club, DJs still play. They are even telling me to do the remix. I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
I've moved on.
Okay, there's so
don't do
much I want to
Well
ask you,
done.
and that we could be here all day, honestly. And we're so glad you could come, and we're rooting for your success. You're definitely
Well
on our
done.
radar. We're watching. We're watching. You're coming back with a bang, and we'll be looking
Yes,
out for it.
trust me.
So thanks for coming,
Thank you,
guys.
Bobby.
Unfortunately, we have to go. Yes, this is where we have to call it a wrap for today.
So soon.
So soon.